Hi friends. Today we will discuss about versatile nature of carbon, which is a part of IAS syllabus and other state-level competition exams. Hope you will like our lecture. And one thing more, don't forget to subscribe our channel. You will learn all about versatile nature of carbon and a little bit about carbon compounds in this lecture. This topic is very easy to understand by science background students. But few questions can be framed from this topic in any exam. So non-science background students should also study this topic. So stay here and try to learn few important concepts about this topic. We will first discuss about versatile nature of carbon and why it is so versatile. Versatile means that carbon exists in hundreds of elements and compounds on this universe. It is also versatile because it is able to form single bonds, double bonds, or triple bonds. Carbon has also the ability to form long chains. These chains may be single chains, branched chains, and it can also form ring chains with other carbon atoms. Now let us discuss about the tetravalent nature of carbon. And its tetravalency is responsible for its versatile nature. A tetravalence is the state of an atom with 4 electrons available for covalent chemical bonding in its valence, outermost electron shell. The tetravalent carbon atom forms a covalent bond with 4 hydrogen atoms. The carbon atom is called tetravalent because it forms 4 covalent bonds. Carbon can form stable carbon-carbon single bonds and hence can form long chains, and this property of carbon is known as catenation. Carbon not only forms strong covalent carbon-carbon bonds, but it also has the ability to form strong covalent bonds with atoms of other elements. All these properties of carbon explain well its versatile nature. Now we will discuss about compounds of carbon with hydrogen. And these compounds are known as hydrocarbons. There are 3 types of hydrocarbons. These are known as alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Alkanes have single carbon-carbon bonds. Alkenes have 1 or more double carbon-carbon bonds, and alkynes have 1 or more carbon-carbon triple bond. Let us now discuss a little bit about saturated hydrocarbons or alkanes. Saturated hydrocarbons are hydrocarbons that contain only single bonds between carbon atoms. They are the simplest class of hydrocarbons. They are called saturated because each carbon atom is bonded to as many hydrogen atoms as possible. Methane is the example of simplest alkane, and it is also known as marsh gas. Other examples of alkanes include ethane, propane, and butane. Alkenes are example of unsaturated hydrocarbons. Unsaturated hydrocarbons are hydrocarbons that have double or triple covalent bonds between adjacent carbon atoms. And those with at least 1 carbon-to-carbon double bond are called alkenes. They have suffix -ene at end of name of each hydrocarbon. Ethene, propene are examples of alkenes. Now we will discuss a little bit about alkynes, which are also unsaturated hydrocarbons. An alkyne is an unsaturated hydrocarbon containing at least 1 carbon-carbon triple bond. The simplest acyclic alkynes with only 1 triple bond and no other functional groups form a homologous series, with the general chemical formula as shown here. Alkynes are traditionally known as acetylenes, although the name acetylene also refers specifically to C2H2. Like other hydrocarbons, alkynes are generally hydrophobic but tend to be more reactive. We have discussed till now about versatile nature of carbon and a little about hydrocarbons. Now we will discuss more about carbon compounds. So stay tuned for a few minutes with me. We know that carbon is a non-metallic element. It exists in 2 main allotropic forms. That is diamond and graphite. Diamond is very hard substance and it has highly refractive crystalline structure. The covalent crystalline structure of diamond is responsible for its hardness. Now we move on to discuss about graphite, which is another allotropic form of carbon. Graphite is also known as black lead. It can be made in laboratory by a process known as Alkynes process. The carbon atoms in graphite are arranged in layers, and these layers are held to each other by van der Waals forces. Each carbon atom is attached to other 3 carbon atoms by single or double bonds. Graphite is used as moderator in nuclear reactors, as a solid lubricant, and lead pencils in which it is mixed with clay. Now we will talk about another carbon compound KNWN as coal. Coal is formed by decomposition of plants, trees, and animals which are buried under the earth millions of years ago. The process of conversion of wood into coal under influence of high temperature, high pressure, and absence of air is known as carbonization. There are 4 varieties of coal. P contains 60% of carbon, lignite contains 70% carbon. Bituminous coal contains 80% and anthracite coal contain about 90% carbon. Coke is formed by process of destructive distillation and coal loses all its volatile constituents. It contains about 98% carbon. It is used as a reducing agent during extraction of metals. It is also used as domestic fuel. Fuel gases like water and producer gases are also produced by use of coke. Coke is better fuel than coal due to its high calorific value and its quality of burning without smoke. So it's all about carbon, its versatile nature and carbon compounds.